Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Akuban Nights. Blood in the Fighting Pits. So, you have had a night out. You've been beaten up a bunch of times, but that's nothing new. That's sort of what you're here to do. And the number 2 fighter has been downed. Down and out. And you have been promoted to the rank 3 fighter. So, what is on young Bud's mind?
That it's a lot more dangerous than he thought it would be. I mean, he got used to getting kicked and beaten, but having the possibility to go against someone who is armed without any weapons scares him a bit. So,
yeah.
What's the name of the guy who's running the
Raleigh?
Raleigh, yes. Is he still here around when we are treating him?
No, he walked off. He had other things to attend to. He totally bailed on you.
I guess he lost some money on it.
Oh, yeah, his daughter lost a lot of money on it.
Well, phew. Did he leave anything in his room? Anything stashed away?
Well, you got wages room, right? Because my pay was the number 2 fighter. But no, he didn't have any personal possessions. None whatsoever.
Okay. No, he's not good. No. Okay. Now, I think I'm gonna go to Wage and, Wage, listen. Isn't that crazy? Going against someone, who's armed with a sword? Or an axe, even?
He nods. Yeah, it is. Don't do it.
Can we choose to do that, or can we just say no to it?
Well, those of us that are free fighters can choose. Those of you that are indebted, not so much.
Wow, great. You know, listen. Oh, forget it. No, it's good. It's and I just turn around and leave. It was a short second where Bud was thinking about telling him that he actually is able to use a weapon. He doesn't have to only fight without one. He's skilled with a weapon, but then he thought, man, I'm just gonna reveal too much of myself, and he just because there needs to be some explanation for why I'm skilled with the weapon, and I didn't tell anyone up until now. So yeah, he just turns around and goes back to his room, and once the fighter has been treated for, I think Bud wants to get treated as well, because I lost 3 hit points in 2 times 1. I need to be ready for my fight once that is up.
Yeah. All right. You can get healed. The clerics will come and tend to your wounds, and you can see the attitude in the area has shifted a little bit. Wage in particular is a little bit more concerned. Up till now, he's been having a good time. He's been fighting people, getting his ass kicked, taking off at night, making some money. He's been sort of living on the edge, not too concerned about the seriousness of his future. But like you, seeing my pie, so badly wounded, debilitated for life even, sort of sobers him up a little bit. And when he trains a little bit more brutally than he used to. Mongo doesn't give a fuck. He is confident, and he's huge, and he's strong, and he's ready to kick anyone's ass that comes anywhere near him.
maybe I can use this moment of Wage's concern for myself as well. Seeing that he's gonna starting to train a lot harder and more intense, I think I'm gonna join him training, and not gonna talk as much in the beginning, but at some point, I guess I'm gonna try to befriend him a little more. And so Wage, are there only solo fights?
No, they're group fights.
What about we team up together? Shouldn't that be a better chance for both of us?
You want to team up with me?
Yeah, I mean...
You'll never advance higher in rank if we're fighting side by side. Only way you can become the number 2 fighter is if you beat me.
Or if you die in the arena.
Alright. But if you try and stab me in the back like you did with Skull, you're gonna find yourself a dead man fast.
I understand. And I won't. This is all new to me. My life before then was very different. It's an impulse.
Alright. Let's go talk to Raleigh, see if we can't make it.
I'm the son of a scribe, my friend.
Well, let's go do it then. And he goes and talks to Raleigh, who comes back sort of excited, dragging Wage by the elbow and goes, So, I hear, Elkaros, that you are interested in a group fight. We have the perfect match coming up for the two of you. Perfect match. Are you guys ready?
Don't tell me they are armed or that they carry axe.
No. It'll be fine. Totally different. Why don't you guys take a week? We've got your opponent isn't here yet. It'll be a 2-on-1. Great. I know just the bookie. Oh. I'm proud of you two. Taking initiative like this to make me money. I like what you're thinking. Why don't you practice? The fight against the lion's gonna be tough. Let me go get the thing sorted out. And he walks out of the room while you and Wage sort of like, the lion? Who's the lion?
Lion? I don't know. Did someone hear of a fighter named the Lion?
Wage shakes his head no, but he
also
also said he wasn't here in town, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't mean real lions, does he?
No. You would never put 2 unarmed fighters against a lion. That's ridiculous. It's got to be a fighter known as the lion.
Yeah. I mean...
Maybe he's Eridonian, right? They've got the big savannas out in Eridon, right? What are they fucking called? The Golden Sea or something like that? There's lions out there. Got to be an Eridonian plainsman fighter.
Oh, maybe it's a dirty Akuban.
Maybe, but I mean, how many Akubans do you see here? They wouldn't last long in this city. They'd be ripped to shreds. True. I mean, if anyone found an Akuban here, they would probably fight a real lion.
I kill him myself.
Yeah. Well, you guys have a week or so to practice and train. You'll be at full HP for your fight. I think I even have a nice arena map for us to fight in.
And while we train, I think Butt slowly starts to realize that he isn't the most dexterous fighter. I mean, he's not clumsy. He has a dexterity of 14, so I think he's quite agile, but he's not. It's not one of his stronger suits, and maybe I want to push more his strength. So he would start lifting more stones and heavy things to build up his muscle.
Right. That makes sense. And you've been here for a while now. I don't exactly have a count of time, but I think you've been here for a few months, right?
Could be. Yeah, 2-3 months. That sounds like a time scale that could have passed, yeah.
Okay, so what is old Bud's natural strength when he's not wearing his belt?
His natural strength right now is 15. His strength at the end, when we start the Akuban Nights, is 17.
So why don't we put you to halfway between, 16.
Sure.
And we started Akuban Nights with you at 2nd level, right?
We started Akuban Nights with 2nd, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we
so...
started with 2nd level because we were able to get new spells the first time we leveled.
Okay. So I can't really give you a level up as well. That's fine. What is there anything that we could do that would be a half level for you?
I could learn a proficiency.
Ah, there you go.
I could learn tumbling.
There you go. Take it.
That would help a lot. Cool.
All right. So you don't hear much over the next week about your opponent. There's not much discussion at all, just practice, train. You get a lot of new punching bags to come in. You don't even learn the guy who took the number 4 slot's name. He's sort of, he's been promoted because you need to fill those slots, but Raleigh's still calling him punching bag, but now he's just punching bag number 4, which might even be more of a slight because he could be punching bag number 1 since he's actually a ranked fighter, but it's not a position that anyone is happy about.
Yeah, I understand. At some point I'm going to ask Raleigh what fighting style the Lion has. What's he known for?
Known for? Special fighting style called Tooth and Claw.
Tooth and Claw?
Tooth and Claw. Yep. Why, you concerned about it?
No, but where is he coming from?
Eridon. Golden
Eridon.
Sea. Mm-hmm.
Never heard of any... Wait, they call it the Tooth and Claw. Did you ever hear about it?
Wade shakes his head. You really got to be on the lookout for, guys, is the claw. See, because the tooth is the more powerful blow, but the claw is what pins you to the ground. So when the lion uses the tooth, he rips your throat out.
I think... Wait, so you're talking about real lions? Real freaking lions?
Mm-hmm. Mane, teeth, claws, tail, fangs.
One.
Big cat.
Just one, right?
Yeah, just one. You guys can do it.
Well,
and
sure,
besides, we're gonna make our money back from the unfortunate incident involving my pie. My daughter will be coming back around, placing a bet on the two of you, a hefty bet. So you would better not let me down. If either of you... No, let me phrase it this way. If you don't kill the lion, and the lion doesn't kill you, I will finish you off when you get back here. So make it good, and win. Most importantly. Otherwise, we're gonna have some problems between us. You know what I mean?
Yes, boss. I understand.
Good. I have the utmost faith in the two of you. Not to mention the small side bet on the other side, just to make sure I don't lose too much.
A fucking lion, Wage?
Maybe this is when I call it quits. I'm here of my own free will.
Hey, we trained together. You can't just let me rot against the lion.
I can't? What's in it for me? Why should I risk my life for you?
Don't you want to get your money back? If I die, I can't pay you.
If I'm dead, you can't pay me either.
What about camaraderie?
He's listening.
I didn't want to be here. But I get the feeling that this is kind of changing my life. And I think I need someone that's able to help me, able to live this life. I don't want to go alone against a lion.
You're
That
saying
sounds like,
you need me?
Death. Yeah, I need you. You're number 2, Wage. Together we are like a number 1.
Tell me that you
Just
love
don't-
me.
Wage, I love you.
All right, I'll fight it with you then. All right. The week passes quickly, and your match versus the lion comes up. What do we call it? On the day of, before the fight starts, Raleigh has you guys positioned downstairs at the ramp that leads up to the arena. It's sort of this like dusty, sandy, 12-foot wide, just like ramp that goes up. And on the other side are these portcullises that come down to, make sure no one goes in and out. And on your side, there's also portcullises, but they've been raised for now. And Raleigh's standing behind the two of you guys while you're looking up this ramp, rubbing his hands together, saying, all right, it's gonna be a tough fight. Lions aren't the easiest creatures. In fact, they're pretty damn tough. All right, their bite, it's like being hit with a two-handed sword, right? Each of their paw attacks is like being stabbed with a dagger. It's it's nasty, and they're good fighters. But you two, together, you can do this. Teamwork is going to be your key here, right? If you each just attack it separately, it'll rip you to shreds. But if you can work together, you can do it. I believe in you. I believe in both of you, and I believe in you as a team. So, on 3, make Raleigh money. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Make Raleigh money. You didn't say it. Whatever. Get out there and fight yourselves. And the two of you get brought out to the fighting pits, and there, of course, is a lion who's presently like chained to the wall or being held back by some slaves who are, holding the lion on wall on the other side of the portcullis by a chain, getting ready for the fight. And the announcer says very loudly to the assembled audience and the many hundreds of people watching, today, we have our favorite fighter, the golden undefeated lion of Eridon, versus the 2 dirty street brawlers of Drekis. Who would win, an Eridonian lion or an Outlastian brawler? Today we'll get to find out. And they let go of the chains that bind the lion. And it is time for you guys to fight for your lives. Lion will roll an initiative at +6. Ooh, terrible roll for the lion. And Wage will go at +3, so he goes first. All right. I guess this is going to be the situation. Wage looks at you and gives like a, what do you want to do? And starts to circle this way.
You're the better fighter. I get his attention.
Wage nods. All right, let me just make a couple notes here about Wage. Okay, and then let me roll the lion's hit points, because I have not rolled it yet. How many hit dice do they have? Woo! Okay.
Please don't make these noises of triumph when rolling for hit points. Like, how many hit dice does he have? Woo!
It's reasonable. It's a reasonable amount, okay?
Yeah, sure.
It.
Okay.
We got some high rolls, we got some low rolls. It's fine.
Okay, so is Wage holding his action? Is that what he's doing?
Wage is holding his action.
Okay. Oh god, I'm gonna hate this. So gonna hate this. Well, Bud is gonna try to get the Lion's attention. I'm gonna grab sand out of the arena, throw it in the air, make loud noises, gonna scream at the lion, roar at him like, roar! And come here, look at me, boy, here! And I throw sand in the air, and I'm just gonna try to tumble completely in defense, waiting for the lion to be released and just going and pounce me.
Oh,
So
it
I'm
does.
already-
Yeah, the lion goes and immediately pounces onto Badarios. He makes his first swipe with the claw. Your AC is now 12, right?
No, it's 14.
Oh, because you're defending?
Yes, I'm tumbling.
Perfect. All right, let me just read the entry on lions here. They can leap as far as 30 feet. Okay, so he doesn't charge you. The lion, like, gets a bit of a running start and actually pounces towards you, like, leaping through the air.
Holy shit.
AC here, there. If it hits with both forepaws, it can then rake for its rear claws, doing insane damage. Okay. So the first foreclaw comes to get you, and it is a 15 to hit. It scrapes you across your chest for 2 points of damage. The second claw comes over with a 13 to hit, just barely under the target amount. And then the lion gives a mighty roar and tries to rip your throat out with his teeth with a 7 to hit. So it like paws at you, you tumble to the side, it scrapes at the ground near you, it goes to pounce on you, and you manage to backpedal far enough that the lion can't quite bite you. And that is when Wage. Oh yeah.
Can I get more into the corner? Like to the south if I backpedal? Yeah.
Yeah.
I
All
want
right,
Wage to really be able to get from behind, to take the lion from behind.
All right. Wage comes from the backside and makes a charge, I guess, or, positions himself for a proper charge at the lion, giving himself +2. And as he charges, he goes, Alcaros, I'm using your move! And he goes for a ball kick on the lion with a charge attack. And rolls a natural 1. It's just like a whiff, just a complete, brushes against the lion's tail, throws himself way off balance. He passes a saving throw versus death. And so he kind of whirls and spins and tries to elbow drop the lion's hindquarters with a 13 +2 for charging, +1, 2 for level, 14, 15, 16, 17 to hit. He successfully elbow drops the lion's hind side. Ooh! For 5 points of damage. That is a significant amount of damage. You can hear this sort of like crunching noise as the lion's legs splay out either direction on the backside, and the lion roars in anger, and we roll initiative. Good job, lion. I'm Wage. I mean, that is some insane lucky damage.
It is.
Rolls initiative for Young Bud. Okay, Young Bud goes first. You are face to face with the lion. It is unhappy. It roars at you. Do you have any lion sounds? It's more dinosaur roars, but
I was as defensive as I could for the moment, to give Wage the opportunity to get behind the lion and attack him. But now I think I have to fight for my life. So I'm going to attack the lion.
Go for it.
20 plus 3.
You hit
7.
AC 15, and you still strike him.
Let me see what what that actually is. Okay. I guess there's this brief moment where the lion gets too close. He tries to bite me, but doesn't reach me. And I gouge his eyes for 3 points of damage.
You
just a quick gouge.
Lion is none too happy about that. Wage is going to make his 2 attacks from the backside. Another natural 1 and a pass on a saving throw versus death. And a 14, 15, 16, I guess 18 because he's attacking from behind. And he'll smack the lion for 1 point of damage. Sort of like a rough punch to the lion's kidney side. So he's
I
more
have
like
1 attack left.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to steal your thunder.
That's a 20.
Beautiful strike.
And that's a 17 that ends up being a kick to the face for another 3 points of damage.
Look at this. You guys are doing great. Within the first 2 rounds, you've brought the lion down to below half hit points. Its backside is like fumbling and it's like dragging a leg. It's stumbling. It's super fucking pissed, and it's mostly pissed at Wage right now. So the lion turns to Wage and attempts to maul him with the 4-paw natural 20 to hit, and the other 4-paw natural 1 to hit. So the natural 20 is a modified 25 against Wage's 12 AC. So he's going to double crit, and he'll do 3 times damage dice. So that is going to be 2 plus 4 plus 1 is 7 points of damage to Wage. The other paw was a natural 1, and the bite comes in with a 10 plus 5 is 15, sinking his big lion teeth into Wage for 9 points of damage. And Wage is at -1. The lion just rips him to parts, just like slashes him across the chest, gives him a bite, and Wage is unconscious on the ground while the lion's got him in his teeth and starts to drag him to the other side of the arena. I don't think you get opportunity attacks when he walks away from you since you don't have a weapon. But, the lion...
I guess I'm not a fully developed pugilist yet, so let's say no.
Mm-hmm. Initiative.
Holy shit.
I guess I'll roll for when Wage bleeds. Well, Wage will bleed right now. He loses another point of HP. And it's your turn, young bud.
Come on. I promised him we'd stay together.
You did.
You can't just die on me now. You can't just die on me, Wage! And I charge the lion.
+2 to hit. -1 to AC.
Yeah, great. Oh god. I'll charge the lion, screaming, and I guess with a flying shoulder tackle. I miss.
You do miss. Your shoulder tackle misses. You go past the lion as it's like munching on Wage.
Standing up, I'm gonna kick him.
Flank attack +1 to hit. Ooh, that's fine. You score a beautiful kick on the lion's ribs. Ooh,
For 2 points of damage.
Sad damage. The lion is alive, but is getting low on the hit points. It is the lion's turn, and he was enjoying Wage and was going to eat Wage, but this other guy came up, and he's none too happy about that. So the lion will try and batter you around like a kitty does. With a 14 to hit, he scratches you across the face for 2. And another paw comes in here with a 10?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. For another 2 points of damage. The back claws come up because he hit you with both of his front claws. With a 7 to hit, which is no good. And then the lion tries to just bowl you over and sink his teeth into you and rip you to shreds like he did Wage. Ooh, another modified 7. No good. Young Bud is somehow able to block and dodge and weave out of the way of the lion. So we roll initiative for
I think
next
it's
round.
more like I'm offering him different parts of my body to chew on so that I survive.
The lion rolls terribly. The worst possible initiative. There's no way you could lose to that. All right.
10.
Wage loses another hit point. He's at -3 out of -10. If he reaches -10, he is dead, and no one's gonna come rescue him until the fight is over. Bud, you're at 4.
So, the lion is kind of all over me. So I have this picture in my head that the lion kind of is like hugging me with his front paws into my shoulders, trying to bite me, and I just wrestle him off. So I'm just gonna try to punch him as best as I can with my first attack.
Oh, hit! That is exactly his AC. Oh,
It's 2 points of damage.
It's still alive.
You fucking lion! I hate you! Take that! And I'm gonna kick him in the groin.
Oh! You critical the lion in the crotch! It's never been done before! Wage rolled the exact opposite on his crotch kick against the lion.
How much is it? 3d3 or?
You single crit, so double damage dice.
2d3 plus 1. 6 damage!
Oh! You kick the lion in the crotch and it like crumples to the ground. Gives like a half-hearted just like a little. Hold on, does it fight? Some animals get to fight in the negatives. Bears do.
Come on.
No, you kick it in the crotch. You can hear some ribs breaking. Those back legs are already really weak. You know, that elbow drop onto it sort of made it some hairline fractures here. And the lion's done. It's unconscious. Not dead, just unconscious.
Yeah. I'm half buried beneath the lion, and I just put it on one side and slowly get up, heavily breathing. Medic! Get a medic in here!
The crowd is so happy. They're cheering left and right. Do I not have a cheer? We have some cheer sounds. Yeah.
And that's the first time Bud realizes the crowd. He was so focused on surviving and not dying that he has this awful moment of seeing them cheer for him. So it's like he raises his hands. Yeah, yeah.
The people are excited about the lion fight, and before Wage bleeds out, someone comes and drags him away, and a medic gets to him, or a cleric gets to him. Do they get to him in time? He's already at -5. How long does it... Go ahead.
As an unproficient in medic, can I do something to stop his bleeding?
You can make an intelligence check if you want to ignore the cheering crowds and instead focus on Wage.
I think there's this round that I take for myself to enjoy what just happened, but
only
he's
a round.
still too hearted to let him just die. Okay. So
give us an intelligence check.
Intelligence is 12 plus 12, 24.
Ooh, very good. Yes, you can bind Wage's wounds before he bleeds to death. And the two of you get dragged back down to the underside of the arena again. And a few minutes later, Raleigh comes out rubbing his hands together, followed by his daughter Stardust. And he comes up to you and goes, Alcaros, you cheeky bastard, you done it! And with an illegal crotch kick as well. Oh, I should kick you in the balls for that, but against animals, apparently it's fine. So good job, come over here. And he gives you a big hug and a big wet kiss on the lips. You done it, buddy. It gives you a pat on the shoulder and then goes to take a look at Wage and talk to the clerics.
I'm gonna take a second to talk to his daughter, and I'm gonna say, this victory is for you, my lady.
Give me a charisma check with that statement. Oh my.
26.
Ooh. Let's see. How does she respond to that? It is a very good charisma check. I'll make her a reaction adjust check according to the DM screen.
+3.
You are very friendly to her. You have a +3 on your roll?
Yes, I have a reaction adjustment of +3.
Ooh.
I have charisma 15. I'm handsome.
You are, yeah. So instead of being indifferent, she is modified 3 categories to friendly. Oh my! She takes your flattery with a blush and a smile, and then comes up to you and goes, I think I was wrong to pick my pie the other day.
Looks are deceiving. I don't judge you for picking him. He was clearly the better fighter. But I might not have his skill, but I fight with my heart.
Seems to satisfy her. She does notice that you have like lion scratches on your chest and on your face, and you've been battered. And she will go fetch a cleric for you as well once they're done tending to Wage. You don't see her or Raleigh for the rest of the day. They're off celebrating. But that night, while you're asleep in your bed, there comes an opening of your door, and one of the guards, that same guard that let you out before, sort of nudges you awake with the butt of his spear. Oi! Eridonian scum!
I just had a fight. I'm wounded. Let me sleep.
Wake up!
What?
We have a visitor.
In a slow way. In the night. Okay.
He turns the spear over and like presses the cold metal of the spear against your like soft, warm belly while you're lying in bed.
Yeah, I get up. I get up faster.
Yeah. Not in like a stabbing way, just like here's something cold on your warm belly. Yeah. And he will walk you up the staircase to the exit. That same way that you came in, and the same way that you went out with Wage that one time. And there at the exit, in some nice shawls that cover most of her features, is Stardust, Raleigh's daughter. I'm
wearing a towel around my hips, quickly bound together, and just looking at her. My lady. Sorry, I didn't know it was you.
I understand you are heavily indebted to my father.
I owe him quite a lot for my life, yes.
Well, you have just made me quite a bit of money. Some 200 pieces of gold.
That is a lot of money. I'm happy for you. I hope you find something useful to do with the money.
Well, I feel it's a little unfair to keep this all to myself since you're the one who did all the heavy lifting. That said, I'm not a big fan of handouts. But perhaps you'd be willing to do one more thing for me in exchange for a portion of the wages.
Whatever you need, my lady.
She'll grab you by the hand and pull you away. The guard closes the door behind you once you step out into the city streets wearing nothing but a towel around your waist, being dragged by the daughter of the man who technically owns you while you're an indentured servant, and drags you back to this small little office room on a different side of the Colosseum. You don't read Akuban, do you? Probably not yet. You've learned to speak it, but you haven't really seen anything in writing.
Right. You mean Drekis? Drekis,
yes. Yes,
I read Akuban.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Yeah. I don't read Drekis.
Cool. So you're not sure what this room is. There are words on the doors and above the frames, but she drags you into this office and propositions you. She will give you your fair section of the wages of the 200 gold that she made if you will satisfy her for one night.
Well, how do you need how can I satisfy you, my lady? Oh. With a pleasure.
So Bud is willing to be a prostitute in addition to a gun for hire?
It's worse than I think. He wants to get out there. He doesn't want to die. I think this fight against the lion proved that the main arenas are a bit dangerous and deadly. Maybe there's some other things to do here. So yeah, sure. I mean, she's attractive, right? That was kind of the thing.
Sure. I mean, Bud has been just in a fighting pit full of men for a long time here. I suppose at this point, sure, she can be as attractive as you want to imagine her.
Don't tell me she has a charisma of 4, and that's the reason why she found the character with charisma 5 attractive.
No. Her charisma is much higher than 5.
Okay,
it's within the 8 to 13
sure.
realm. Yeah, it's within average.
He's willing to have a night and satisfy her in every way that she needs and wants, and maybe more.
Well,
I mean, have fun with her.
You are badly wounded. Every twitch of the muscles is probably painful. The addition of sweat and salt into your wounds is not particularly helpful. But the two of you, have an entertaining night. And as things wrap up, she will hand you 10 pieces of gold. Actually, she made 200. I guess she'll give you 10%. That's just 20 gold, which is more than enough to pay off your 66 silver debt. And then as you guys are leaving, she pulls you aside and says, I don't think I need to tell you that if my father found out about this, he would have your head on a spike.
How do we explain the 20 gold then?
She shrugs and leaves you at the gate where the guard lets you back in and takes off.
Okay, well, I'm gonna hide the gold under my towel, and I'm gonna go to sleep. Not really sleeping, because I have now so much money that everyone in this freaking gladiatorial school will kill me for it. So, no.
All right.
I'm gonna go to bed with an eye open. I'm gonna sleep and wait for the next morning to, talk to,
Raleigh?
What's the name again? Raleigh. Yeah, man, I totally forget his name. Yeah,
it's not a hard
talk to
name.
Raleigh the next morning. I know. Wait, I'm gonna write it down. Okay. Yeah, well, the next morning, if he's at the school, I'm trying to confront him and talk to him.
Yeah, you definitely see Raleigh. He shows up the next day. Just as he does most of the time, here to help you guys fight, help you guys train. But there's this tension in the air hanging over you. You've got money, you can pay off your debt, but if you give it to him, he's probably going to ask where you got it from. So what do you do, bud? What do you do?
I'm not going to show him that I've got 20 gold. That's just too much, I think. Yeah, I think I have an idea. What's with Vage? Is he still unconscious, or is he up again?
He is on bed rest. He is conscious, but badly wounded.
Okay, I'm gonna gonna talk to Vage first.
Okay.
Hey, hi, buddy. How are you doing?
I think I was right. We shouldn't fight the lion. It's a bad idea.
Well, you're lucky. The next fight will only be 4 hyenas. I already made the match.
If you made that match, I'm gonna rip your testicles off and shove them so far up your ass that you spit them out again.
No, seriously, I wanted to thank you for sticking with me.
No problem.
And
just remember, you owe me for that night out, and for this. I feel like you probably owe me a lot now.
You should ask around who stopped you from bleeding to death before we talk about the money.
You're not a medic.
I helped him bind up some people. I took a good look and copied it.
What are you, a cleric of Martha? How the hell do you know anything about this?
I'm not stupid. I can learn things by watching people. But listen. Raleigh might ask you some questions. If he asks you where I got the money from, can you tell him that you lent me money for a wager?
What money?
I got money.
How'd you get money?
I'm gonna explain it once we're both out of here.
All right. I lent you money. How much did I lend you?
Enough to set myself free. After a wager. How do you know how the bets were for the line or us?
I don't know. I think the line had 3-1 odds. 5-1? 4-1. 4-1 odds.
How much money do you have?
He starts to like sit up a little bit and goes, "Wait, how much money did you make? What's going on here?"
Maybe we can fund a business. I don't know. Let's talk about it once we're free, had a good bath, and a couple of drinks.
All right. I can back up whatever you play.
Good. Thank you. Well, then I'm gonna head straight to Raleigh with 3 gold pieces, so a couple of silver pieces and gold pieces. I take 3 of them and leave the other 17 tucked under my stuff in my room. Close the door. I don't know if I have a key or anything.
Nope, there's no locks.
Yeah, I just tell Wage to watch my room.
Now 3 gold is 30 silver, and you owe 66 silver right now.
Yeah, sure. I take 7 gold out of it. Yeah, sure, man.
All right, you take the 7 gold. You find Raleigh. He's up there with punching bag number 4. And he's giving him a hard lesson. Look, punching bag number 4. If you ever want to be something other than punching bag number 4, you gotta be able to give blows and not just take them. You gotta stop thinking like a punching bag and start thinking like a fist. All right? So this kid here, beat the shit out of him. All right? Just go ham. Knock him into unconsciousness. Fists, elbows, knees. Remember that. Fists, elbows, knees. That's your mantra. Fist, elbows, knee. Go. And then he turns back and sees you. Alcaros. My third favorite Eridonian. How are you doing?
Raleigh, I'm good, thank you. Just wanted to thank you for the opportunity to fight in the arena. It was a glorious moment. I've never had someone cheer for me.
You're gonna get a lot more glorious moments if you stick with me, kid. You're gonna be a hero of the arena. The way you kicked that lion in the balls, I mean, hell, we might even have to change the rules about arena fighting. That was amazing. How do you feel about hyenas?
Well,
one-on-one wrestling match.
It sounds like a great idea.
Perfect.
And you taught me so much while I was here. How much do I owe you again?
You owe me 66 silver. But we're gonna work those down. You know, you made some money here for this one. We'll call it 56 silver now. You done good for me, kid. You done good.
Yeah, and I thank you again for the opportunity, and I look like I'm trying to shake his hand.
He shakes yours.
Yeah, I grab his hand with mine, with the other hand, so that his hand is on top, like I hold it like a cup.
Oh yeah.
And I put the money in. And I say, thanks for everything you taught me. And I'm pretty sure we were able to work together outside the arena.
Where the hell did you get gold coins? When I picked you up on the beach, you didn't even speak a word of Drakisian. And now look at you, you're fairly fluent. Where did you find gold?
Wage and I, we work together. And you can make a little bet on yourself on the side if you know the right people. That's what I learned from you. You taught me well.
He grimaces because everything you've said is true. This is exactly the same sort of bullshit that he would pull. And while Raleigh may not necessarily be the most honorable person, intentionally letting someone get themselves into debt, he's not going to exactly break the law. He's a lawful evil character, if I can use alignment here for a moment. He'll abide by the rules, but he will manipulate them to his advantage. He sees the gold, and he realizes, short of just stealing your money or forcing you into slavery, he has to let you go. And so he takes it, pockets it, and goes, so you're still gonna fight, right? The cheer of the crowd, an opportunity to make some good money.
I think I'm interested in smaller arenas.
This is the arena.
No hyenas, no gladiators. I'm pretty sure there are lots of opportunities on the street as well.
You're Alcros the Lion Slayer. They would love to see you fight a hyena. One-on-one.
Let me be remembered as Alcaros the Lion Slayer. Look at the guy who you brought in to fight someone with an axe. What will he be remembered as? At least I have a name now.
Come on. We could make good money. You could become famous. You could become much stronger than you already are now. You could be a great fighter who is remembered for all time as ruling in the fighting pits. You could be, hell, you one day might even be better than Mongo. And he's strong. He's a great fighter, but he doesn't have, what is it called? Panache. All he does is hit shit. And he hits shit well. But you could fight lions. You could fight hyenas. We could put you against a pack of dogs. We could, what else do you want to fight, huh? You want to wrestle a rhino? We could get you, well, maybe that's a little much, but, you could wrestle a cow. We could put you up against all sorts of animals. Imagine, Alcros, the animal wrestler. It'd be great.
Raleigh, here's the thing I want to do one day. I want to climb 6 stairs to a throne, sit down, and be king of a nation.
Come on. You're never gonna be king. Look at you, you're the son of a scribe. I mean, we all have fantasies, but let's settle down to reality here. The only king you'll ever be is king of this arena. And I can get you there. We can do this together. We could get rich. I'll give you half of all my wagers I place on you, and I'll put the money up front, so if you lose, you don't lose anything. We could get rich.
I don't want to die in the arena.
You won't die. You're too good to die. You're too handsome to die. The gods don't kill pretty men like you. They only kill the ugly ones.
I don't think that is true, but thank you for
I mean, look, Wage almost died, and he's almost pretty. And my pie is a fucking ugly son of a bitch. And you saw what happened to him. He got ripped to shreds. But you, handsome man, you came off with barely a scratch on you.
Riley, I know you need to make money. And I need to make money too, now that I'm free. If you have any other jobs outside the arena, we can talk business. I still feel indebted to you for helping me out. And I don't know the people around here. There's still a lot to learn from you. So I'm willing to give you my right, my left hand, but not in the arena.
All right, kid. I see what you're saying here. No more fights in the arena. But you still want to make some money.
Yeah, I still need money. No more than before. Life isn't cheap in Outlast, I heard.
Yeah. Living ain't cheap. I have some friends that have some operations that could use a skilled fighter like yourself. Mostly it's taking out the trash, if you follow my drift.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm willing to talk to them.
Good. Why don't you meet me at that same restaurant that I found you at this afternoon, late afternoon, after the third bell. And I'll bring some partners and we'll have a chat.
Okay.
All right. So he escorts you to the top of the stairs, tells the guard that you are free to go. They open the door.
Wait. First, I'm gonna go back to my cell, grab the rest of my things and my 13 gold. I'm gonna talk to Wage and say, Wage, once you rested up, let's meet. Riley just offered me another job outside. You know, talk to some people, maybe rough them up.
Oh, well, if this is gonna be lion fighting from here on out, I am done too. As soon as I can get to my feet, and as soon as these clerics are done tending to me, I'm out of here. Where should I find you?
Just look at him. I have no idea.
What do you mean?
I've only been out once with you in the brothel. I don't know the city.
That's the only time you've been. Oh my god. Okay.
I've been here since day one.
Well, meet me back at the brothel in 3 nights. That's the only place we know where to meet up.
Good, will do.
Right. I guess you go your way, he goes his way. And I think this is probably a good spot to end for this story arc. And if we come back and do a third Bud flashback, we will do your teaming up with Raleigh for their less scrupulous businesses.
Cool. Gonna be interesting to find what kind of organization I'm going to work for.
Yeah.
And that will reveal, in the end, what kind of face tattoos I might have. That's gonna be interesting.
Well, this has been Bud's flashback on Akuban Nights. We will be back next week with a flashback for Maya, I believe. And the week after that, the party will finally go hunt a rock, which we have been waiting for so long. I'm so excited for.
Yeah, me too. Fuzzy's feedback will gonna be awesome. So please, everyone who watched today, come and watch Fuzzy next week. And after that, we hopefully will be able to slay a rock at level 5.
That would be
maybe.
great. Fantastic. Any other final words before we head off?
No, thanks again for making this happen, for allowing me to play here in a solo session. Yeah, I can't wait to be together with the rest of the group again, because that's the most fun of it. And yeah, you just keep making more great shows. And are there any new infos about the other shows that you can plug?
I got nothing yet. Nothing. All right. Well, thank you for playing and being so good at what you do, and we will be back next week with more Akuban Nights. Bye, everybody.
Cool. Bye-bye.